एनर्जी यील्डिङ भिटामिन. ओके, किनभने हाम्रो यो भिटामिन B1 जसको नाम के हो त थायामिन. ओके, दिस थायामिन, ओके, or thiamine, okay, so derivatives is thiamine pyrophosphate TPP. Okay, and there are this TPP serve as a coenzyme for the enzyme of the different metabolic pathways. Okay, and those metabolic pathways yield ATP. Okay, so that's why this TPP अथवा thiamine is called as energy yielding vitamins. त्यसै गरी we have riboflavin. Riboflavin को derivatives are FAD, FMN. Those are also the coenzymes of different metabolic pathways that yields ATP. So it is called as energy yielding vitamins. Okay. Now this hematopoietic vitamins, which are vitamin B9 and vitamin B12. Okay. Vitamin B9 is folate and vitamin B12 is cobalamin. Okay. This vitamin B9 and B12, they are involved in DNA synthesis. Okay, they are involved in DNA synthesis. They are required for DNA synthesis. Okay, and during the division of the cells, okay, the DNA also divides, and for that process, we require this folate and vitamin B12. So it is a hematopoietic vitamins that helps in hemopoiesis. Okay, right? So we have energy yielding vitamins that comprises of thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, pantothenic acid, pyridoxal phosphate, or biotin. Okay, and then we have hematopoietic vitamins that comprises of folate and cobalamin. Okay, right? Now coming to fat soluble vitamins. Fat soluble vitamins are vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Okay, first we will go through vitamin A. Right? Today we will be discussing about the fat soluble vitamins, and in the next class we will be discussing about the water soluble vitamins. Okay, right? So this fat soluble vitamin called as vitamin A. The major function of vitamin A is it helps in night vision. Night vision ma हामीलाई चाहिँ हेल्प गर्नको लागि कुन भिटामिनले हेल्प गर्छ त vitamin A. Okay, right? We have two pigments in our eye. One is the rod, one is the cones. The cones it helps in daylight vision, and the rod it helps in dim light vision. Okay, and for the proper functioning of that pigment, we require vitamin A. Okay, in case of vitamin A deficiency, what happens is the condition. Okay, there will be the elevation in the dark adaptation time. Okay, so our dark adaptation time भनेको है जस्तै कुनै पनि मान्छे हाम्रो डे लाइट भिजनमा छ र एकैचोटी अँध्यारोमा गयो है, यो बेला के हुन्छ त जुन बेला त्यो अँध्यारोमा पुग्छ नि केही समयको लागि के हुन्छ त भिजन जान्छ के, बट आफ्टर सम टाइम अगेन यु विल रिगेन द भिजन. हो त्यही टाइमलाई हामी के भन्छौँ त डार्क एडप्टेसन टाइम. ओके, र भिटामिन ए को डेफिसियन्सी भयो भने के हुन्छ त डार्क एडप्टेसन टाइमको एलिभेसन हुन्छ. ओके, एन्ड विथ द कन्डिसन इट विल लीड टु केराटोमेलासिया, जेरोफ्थेल्मिया, अल्टिमेटली नाइट ब्लाइन्डनेस. Okay, the active vitamins of vitamin A are retinol, and retinoic acid. Okay, apart from providing vision during night, their major function is also antioxidant. Their major function is also growth and differentiation of epithelial cells. Okay, अब एन्टिअक्सिडेन्ट कसरी त भन्दाखेरि यसको चाहिँ एउटा डेरिभेटिभ्स हुन्छ जसलाई भन्छ हामी क्यारोटिन्स. Okay, those carotenes they have the antioxidant property. What's the property? The antioxidant property. Now we will discuss about what is antioxidant. Antioxidant भनेको के हो है? यो antioxidant भनेको के हो? पहिला नाम सुनेछ यसको antioxidant को? Okay, so these antioxidants they are the compounds that neutralizes the free radicals that is generated in our body. Okay, and those free radicals they are produced in our body by the exogenous source as well as from the endogenous source. Okay, the endogenously, that means inside the body, the free radicals, they are produced by different oxido reduction reaction, and also during the electron transport chain, where the electron can escape out of the process of oxidative phosphorylation and can react with the molecule forming the free radicals. Okay, that is the endogenous source of free radicals. Okay, next is the exogenous source of the free radicals. The exogenous source of the free radicals are pollution, alcoholism, okay, and smoking. Okay, these all materials, they are capable of generating reactive oxygen species in our body, which are the free radicals. Okay, अनि त्यही फ्री रेडिकल्स को न्यूट्रलाइजेसन को लागि हाम्रो बडी मा के हुन्छ त एन्टीऑक्सिडेंट्स. ओके, एन्ड दिस एन्टीऑक्सिडेंट्स दे आर डिवाइडेड इन्टु enzymatic antioxidants, okay, and non-enzymatic antioxidants. Okay, कस्तो एन्टीऑक्सिडेंट त enzymatic antioxidant र non-enzymatic antioxidant. Non-enzymatic antioxidants. Okay, and these enzymatic antioxidants, they have different kinds of enzymes that takes part in neutralization of the free radicals. Okay, the name of those enzymatic antioxidants are glutathione peroxidase, okay, glutathione peroxidase, superoxide dismutase, and catalase. Okay, they are the different enzymatic antioxidants. र non-enzymatic antioxidants मा हाम्रो के पर्छ त vitamins-हरु पर्छ के. र one such vitamin is vitamin A, the derivative of vitamin A, which is carotene. Okay, then we have vitamin E, which is also a strong antioxidant that prevents the lipid from peroxidation. And then we have vitamin C, which is also an antioxidant and which also can boost the immunity of an individual. Okay, understood about the antioxidants? Okay, now coming to vitamin D. Okay, this vitamin D is another fat soluble vitamin, and the major function of this vitamin D is calcium homeostasis. क्या होता? Calcium homeostasis. Okay, the vitamin D को major function क्या होता? Calcium homeostasis. Okay, now see, the calcium in our body, which is a divalent cation, they are distributed across our body. Okay, 100% मा 99% of the calcium they are deposited in the bone. Okay, बाकी को 1% it is distributed extracellularly and intracellularly. Okay, and the active form of calcium is the divalent cation, divalent calcium cation. And for the calcium homeostasis, the normal range of the calcium is between 8 to 10 mg per deciliter. Okay, and to maintain the concentration of calcium within this range, we have different kinds of hormones that take part. Okay, and the names of those hormones are parathyroid hormones, calcitonin, and vitamin D. Okay, this vitamin D, it is synthesized from the cholesterol under the influence of the sunlight. Okay, and we have, and this vitamin D, the major circulating form of vitamin D in the body is 25 hydroxy vitamin D. 25 hydroxy vitamin D is the major circulating form of vitamin D in our body. Okay, but it is not the active form of vitamin D. This 25 hydroxy vitamin D is converted into 125 dihydroxy vitamin D. 125 dihydroxy vitamin D by 1 alpha hydroxylase enzyme. By 1 alpha hydroxylase enzyme. And this 1 alpha hydroxylase is under the control of parathyroid hormones that are secreted from the parathyroid gland. Okay, र यो 125 डाइहाइड्रोक्सी भिटामिन डी को काम के होता इन्टेस्टाइन मा गएर क्याल्सियम को अब्जर्प्सन बढाउने काम गर्छ थ्रू इन्हान्सिङ द च्यानल्स कॉल्ड एज TRPV, transient receptor potential vanillin. Okay, and the deficiency of this vitamin D can lead to rickets in children and osteomalacia in adults due to and these conditions, they are mainly the bone deformity caused due to the unavailability of calcium. Okay, unavailability of calcium. Okay, now next is the vitamin E. Okay, this vitamin E is yet another fat soluble vitamins, and this vitamin E is a strong antioxidant. Is a strong antioxidant. How it is an antioxidant? Please, yeah, right. So, अस्ति हामीले लिपिडमा पढेको थियौं, we have a lipid bilayer, right? This is a lipid bilayer that constitutes of one saturated fatty acid chain and another unsaturated fatty acid chain. This unsaturated fatty acid chain, they have the double bond, okay? And with the unsaturated fatty acid chain, the vitamin E, it co-localizes with this unsaturated fatty acid chain. Why? Because this double bond of unsaturated fatty acid chain, they are more vulnerable to attack by the free radicals. Okay, and to prevent the oxidation of this double bond, the vitamin E, it takes part in neutralization of all those free radicals. That's why this vitamin E, it prevents the lipid, the unsaturated lipid from the lipid peroxidation. Okay, so it is a strong antioxidant. Then we have vitamin K, okay, which is another fat soluble vitamin. The major function of vitamin K is activating the clotting factors that are involved in clotting mechanisms. Okay, and this vitamin K, okay, is mainly involved in activation of clotting factors factor 2, 7, 9 and 10 by gamma carboxylation of glutamate residues of factor 2, 7, 9 and 10. Without the presence of vitamin K, these clotting factors cannot be activated, and thus the clotting mechanism will be halted. So vitamin K, it helps in gamma carboxylation of factors 2, 7, 9 and 10 that is involved in the blood clotting process. Okay.